Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning on this monumental and historic occasion. I am Kathleen Sorbello Duchena, a 35-year Central New York L. Frank Baum historian. The title of this was given to me by the late Cynthia Baum-Ticini, who was Frank Baum's niece, and the Ozma Baum-Mantell, who was Frank Baum's granddaughter. During these years, I have researched over 50 locations in New York State and Pennsylvania, from Baum's ancestry, childhood, and early life, especially here in Syracuse and Mattydale. Just look around you. Wow, we cannot believe that we have finally come here to this magnificent edifice, the Hotel Syracuse, a place I truly love, now called the Marriott Syracuse Downtown. Before we start, just a few things. In 2009, I was asked to be the director of the International Wizard of Oz Club's East Coast convention called the Munchkin. Looking for the most beautiful of places, the first choice was here at Hotel Syracuse. At the time, even in her disrepair, she was still beautiful. We are celebrating Baum's 5th book at the time, called The Road to Oz. In the book and the illustrations of the inside of the Wizard's Palace were done, the illustration done by John Arneal. It was uncanny that I had seen this architectural design before, but where? While on the 10th floor, looking at the Grand Ballroom here at the hotel, it hit me. The Grand Ballroom looked the same as the Wizard's Palace, but there was some bad news. The Pascal family, who were leasing the banquet rooms at the time, informed me that we could not have the convention there because the wedding was happening. Many years later, in 2015, I found that the bride was Sarah Stevens. So the Pascal family came up with a better plan. They had given us the Persian Terrace, the entire lobby, and more than 5 days and 20 people to set up the entire area in the Emerald City and the Wizard's Palace. Of course, nowadays you can see behind us our beautiful space here at the hotel, and we'll just stay in our corner. The convention, when it was over, we had to take everything down. I believe that both Sarah and the Oz Club were the last events here at the hotel. There must have been about 400 people. On the last day, I tried to clean up, making sure that everything was taken out, and we had to get everything. I took that one last look on every floor, in tears, as I said goodbye to her, the hotel. While exiting the door from South Warren Street, it locked behind me and I could not open it. Thinking to myself, we will never see her again, we gave the hotel a beautiful farewell. Well, who knew that 5 years later, a man named Ed Riley would come along and save our beloved hotel? It seems like a dream or a fairy tale. And speaking of fairy tales, in most fairy tales, there is a fairy godmother or a fairy godfather. Yet in our tale, we have a wizard, a real live wizard, Mr. Ed Riley, the owner of the hotel. 2 years ago, while Ed was beginning the restoration of our beloved hotel, our foundation met him and asked for his help. Not only did he help us, but even through our storms and trials, he stayed steadfast with us, believed in us, and stuck by us. He made sure that our dream was about to come true. And again, here we are. We also thank Paul McNeil, the general manager of the Marriott, for agreeing to let our foundation be here, helping with our exhibits, tours, and board meetings. Because of these men, we have moved up from the west side of Onondaga Street to the east side of Onondaga Street in a much greater and more magnificent home. And for this, we are indebted. On this journey, there are many, many people to thank. I will try to do this quickly. To my family and to my husband, who have always been there to support me, good friends and volunteers, and those who are loyal and unwavering supporters, for this mission could not be accomplished without them. We thank Cynthia Baum-Ticini, Ozma Baum-Mantell, John White, Sheila Core, M. John White, Robert Baum, Claire Baum, Gita Morena, Sam Neal, Kathleen Joy, Jean Kessner, Matt Driscoll, Kathy Calhoun, Dolores Fortino, Gary and Judy Gloska, John and Sharon Satterley, Ron Enrick, Jan and Harold Reichert, who are next to me, Terry Ross next to me on the other side, Amanda Ross, Chris Fadden Finch, Carol Crossett, Antoinette Duchena, Angela Manginelli, Danielle Rousa, Linda Woodrow, Jonathan Karp, Howard Kruger, the Plank Road Chamber of Commerce, Patty Sheridan, Amy Robbins, Laura Hand, John Hunt, Tim Fox, Jim Bimby, Dick Case, Sean Kirst, Steve Karlick, WRVO, WSYR, these are radio stations, Syracuse New Times, the Syracuse Visitor and Convention Bureau, Kevin Riley, Kay Frizzell, Al Goff, Josie Alvaro, Holly Musket, Crystal DiStefano, Bill Stillman, Jay Scarfone, Mike Likens, we're almost done, Karen Owens, Deb Dwyer, Carly Sellers, Tim Wallach, Walter Kruger, Elaine Baldwin, Barbara Kennerson, Peter Mack, DJ Schaefer, and our other great benefactor, Michael Seward. Again, if there is anyone that I did not mention, know how much we appreciate everything you have done. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, this history of L. Frank Baum's ancestry, childhood, and early life has taken 35 years of research in the making and 20 years to set it in place. We have uncovered so much, and we realize that Frank Baum's life is in his books. So come and follow us on our Yellow Brick Road to 10 landmark locations throughout the city of Syracuse and Mattydale. There are 14 exhibits, and in these locations, and there are 24 rotating exhibits here at the hotel. How will we do this? Well, by creating a tour. There are actually 22 locations between Syracuse and Mattydale. Unfortunately, we cannot go to all these locations safely, but we have chosen 10, and in them there will be history, memorabilia, and collections. What we are about to do is to ask the question, is Central New York the land of Oz? Let us show you how L. Frank Baum got his ideas, how his imagination worked, how incredible this child and up into manhood came up with this wonderful story later in life. And actually, we are a part of that story, even now. We all know that Chittenango is the birthplace, and Fayetteville is the home of Maud Gage, L. Frank's wife, and not to forget our famous women's suffragist, Matilda Joslyn Gage. There are also many other locations as well, but we are about to connect the biggest piece of L. Frank Baum's life that hasn't been done until right now. We call this the largest and most comprehensive collection of exhibits of L. Frank Baum and Wizard of Oz history in New York State. Welcome back home, L. Frank Baum, to Syracuse. Now you can uncover the myths and the mysteries of Baum's creation. See for yourself the connection of the layout, scenery, and people of Central New York to the book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Watch the adventure, fantasy, magic, and wonderment of the Land of Oz unfold before your very eyes. Bring your schools on field trips or even groups of tours. Our tour starts officially in the spring of 2017. There are individual tours as well for an appointment. You can call us, and we can take you almost any time, weather permitting. You should know that this is a walking tour, so wear comfortable shoes. The tour is $10 for adults and $5 for children under the age of 12. You can also visit us even if you're shopping in the midst of, even if you're shopping in the midst of Destiny. You can hop on a Central bus towards downtown and to the hotel for $2 each way. If you would like more information, just contact us. We are thrilled at this moment to be able to tell you that this long journey has brought us here, a magnificent place, much greater than we ever could have imagined. And again, we are grateful to so many people. If there's anyone we've forgotten, forgive me, because I thank you with all my heart. Frank Baum wrote, "There is no place like home." So once again, with our deepest thanks to Ed and to Paul for giving our foundation a new home. Thank you.